I'm doing a plumbing repair in the wall. My other video showed the opening up, the location of the leak. And right now what I have is I'm collecting the water into a little bucket. I'm using tin foil. Over here I just cut into the pipes. I got the valves off in the house. I got the main off in the house. I got the faucets open. So let me continue. What I'm installing here is shark bite fittings. Yeah, hi, Vince Arcuri. Today I'm doing a plumbing repair inside the wall. It's a very tight area, and I got my supplies here. I have my 1/2 inch L, a thickness which is thicker than the M pipe. I bought 2-foot lengths, and I'm gonna be using the Shark Bite products. I'm going to show you a close-up of the fittings. I picked up a supply to have extras. I got the 1/2 inch unions. I got some 90-degree. They come in sealed bags with little instructions in the back, and they show you a regular pipe cutter and a little deal over here, and I'll show you what that is. That's right here, and you might say, well, could I do it without it? Yes, you could. Yes, and the purpose of this is, if you look a little closer at this particular tool, it has little screws with little black washers, it looks like. But the purpose of the washer, if you look, for example, if you put this 1/2 inch in, the pipe can be seen here, and as you turn it, it's rubbing against the washer. See if I get a little closer. It rubs against the washer, and the purpose of it is to take the burr off the end. And I don't know how much of this pipe I'm going to use, so I'm going to do both ends just so it's done. Okay, and I still fill the burr. And you could probably do this with some a 180 emery. And the other thing, that when you're using copper, like I will be using, you take out the plastic bushing that's in there. The purpose of that is when you're using a PVC or PEX. I don't normally use it, but this piece goes inside the plastic tubing, and it helps to keep it formed out, where copper is rigid. You don't need this. And I'm taking both ends out. Okay. And it has these little teeth on the inside. I got the flashlight in the car. All right. Anyway, there's little, yeah, you could see them there. You could see little teeth on the inside. All right, so I'm taking these out of. I'm using 2 elbows and two unions like this. All right, so I take out my plastics, and other purpose of this tool is you could mark the pipe with a black marker. You could put a black marker over here, and it gives you an indication, which is always good. I know in aircraft maintenance we always like to see where the pipe, like the aircraft fitting, so forth, which doesn't sound like much. And anyway, you could remove these. There's a little tool, inexpensive tool right here. Back away a little bit. Over the pipe with the sort of the opening then would go towards the fitting. This would go towards the fitting, and you could remove this then. And also, once these are on and they click, the pipe can be rotated, and according to the website, they're safe for underground, and they could be installed in walls without an inspection panel. Okay, let me get back to work. They also make a globe valve, and I'm gonna put 2 of these on my gas burner. Because right now I got the old hand crank, and it's just too many turns. All right, let me get back to the drawing board. I'm using a rotary cutter. It's made by General, and this is the 3/4 size. It's called auto cut, and I'm using it snaps together around where you want it. So I'm close to where the fitting is, and once you clip it together, it puts enough pressure on the wheel so that you turn it. And in the event you have a problem, sometimes it's might be too close to something, you could use a pair of pliers. In aviation we call this channel lock, because they were made by Channel Lock. But you could turn it this way, just for some reason your hands are weak, or maybe you're a lady trying to do your own plumbing work, and right now I'm out in the open here. I'm getting a little water out of here because even though I have a plug removed right here, eighth of an inch pipe on this fitting, there's still a little water coming in. And in the event that doesn't stop, then I got to do something else. Then I got enough valves shut off. I got 2 valves on the furnace that are enclosed, but upstream from that I have two globe valves underneath the sink. So looks like that I did the job. And with these shark bites, you could have a little water running out also. Supposedly it doesn't hurt nothing. And then I use the brush, or you could use crocus cloth, emery cloth, something that's waterproof. And that, for example, the company that makes the solder, Odie, they also make the 120 grit abrasive cloth. And then, if you want, you could put it on. You put it over like this, and you sort of like shoe shine it that way. You got to get all the way around, especially like where you can't see. And so it's a good idea to use an inspection mirror, you know, and then you go working around with your fingers also. You can go around with your fingers. Or you could use this type that goes on as the brush is built in. It goes the required length and then some, usually for copper fittings. You want the area past where the fitting ends clean also. So make it nice and bright. All right, nice and bright. But that's where the fitting, that's where the one fitting is going to go that I'm going to put on. So now all I got to do is I cut it. Well, actually, I got to cut it up on top. Cut it on top. All right. All right, I got the one installed. I got this marked. I used that tool to mark it up, and all right, feels tight. Feels tight. And let me cut and measure the pipes that I need. Okay, I measured my pipe. And the pipe on the bottom where the elbow goes, it's in a hole that's a little over an inch, and it could go down about 3/4 of an inch. So with this lined up where it is now, if I make a mark a little past where I need it, see, actually the center of this fitting is all that tube will go in. So let me just cut it here, right there where I got the mark. I could always cut a little more, but you know, I have trouble adding. You line this up with the mark. Go a little above it. A little above it, then you push this together, and then you turn it. They also make the little ones that are very nice. The minis are very nice because you got you have a little less clearance, a little less because of the knob. So this gives you about the least effective. Okay, just cut it. Just cut that, and then let me feel this. Okay, that's that. And let me just put a little paper on the end. Get my tool. Put the tool in the 1/2 inch hole over here, and just go around with it a little bit like this. All right, and then using the tool, I'm doing the mark over here. Okay, I got the mark in place. All right. We're going to see now if I screwed up or didn't. Let me mark this bottom. Okay, mark the bottom there. a half inch in, you have your Teflon and the O-ring. It's Teflon about halfway in. So that's what's going to do the actual biting. So, all right, let me push this up. All right, that's all that goes, right? All right, it went up to the mark. See, went up to the mark. Okay, now down here. Let me go back. Make this back a little bit. See if we can get the bottom. Let me move the camera down a little bit. I got this camera very high. Okay. All right, this pipe here has a little spring in it, so it could come down a little bit with it, you know. So the idea is to put this all the way in. Okay, it went all the way in. Went all the way in, see? All the way into my marks, so I did my job. The rest of it is the design engineers for these things. So now I got to cut the other pipe. All right, let me just pause this here. Okay, I'm going to turn the water on. Water's running in the kitchen sink. Water's running in the back sink. Can't believe it. Dry as a bone. Dry as a bone. Let me turn my furnace on and get hot water coming up out of another pipe. And it's hot to the touch. This one here is hot to the touch. Hot water. Very good so far. Let's see if we do the 20-year test. If it lasts 20 years, I gotta put the date on there, so I won't care. I'm 72 now, 72, 82 now. Chances are I wouldn't care if I'm around. Anyway, I hope I'm around. I'm gonna take a picture of this, because the last time I was in this wall was, I think, 1985. So, maybe, 27 years? I could take it. So I won't be around in 27 years, chances are. Chances are.